I interview people where I want, whenever I want, with who I want. And we have a special guest today, Dyamand. How you doing?
I'm doing well today.
Okay. So we got a lot to talk about here. First, I want to start where you grew up as a child, because you were telling me that you didn't only grow up in Pittsburgh, also Memphis. So if you could talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so it's actually like a lot of back and forth for my life.
Oh, okay.
My mom got pregnant here in Pittsburgh with my dad, and then she actually is from Memphis, like my nana. So when she had me, she went back down there for like comfort. When I was 6 months, we moved back up here to Pittsburgh to be
for
in St.
support.
Clair. Yeah.
Okay.
And then also, when I turned about 4, we moved back to Memphis because my brother was born. So for support again with my nana. And then we moved back to Pittsburgh when I was 9, and then I've been here ever since.
So it's just back and forth.
Literally back and forth.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 for my mom and then a lot for my dad.
So what, you don't know the exact number?
10.
10?
Yeah.
So what's that, 14 altogether or 12?
It would be 12 altogether.
Okay. And what's the ethnicity of your parents? They're both black?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay. So what were some hobbies you had as a kid?
As a kid, I was into like computers. I was the friend that would put music on like the iPods and stuff.
Oh, what's that? LimeWire, right?
LimeWire,
Okay,
that was my jam.
Yeah, I got you.
Yes. Yeah, I was like that type of person. I was always into like watching TV, like movies, media, things like that. I wanted to be a journalist, so I would write in my journals and like big on reading and stuff.
Okay, so wait, just a little bit, because I didn't know you were going to bring that up. That was, okay, so when you were using LimeWire, this is back when like MP3s were big, so you were putting the music on the MP3s.
iPod shuffles and stuff.
I used to have to be so hard to find people to do that for you, so I know exactly
I
what
was
you're
that
talking
person for my friends. Yeah.
Okay, so were you making them pay you, or you just did that for free?
I just did it for free.
All right, so you was good looking, because people was charging
I think that's
me.
funny to make somebody. Well, if it's your friends, you know what I mean. If it was somebody else, who knows? But
Okay, I got you. All right, so I'm going to ask you about schools, but like you said, you've been back and forth from Memphis, so I might not know some of the schools that you went to down there. So what were some of your, let's just go elementary through high school, if you remember.
Yeah, if I can remember. I know my first school was Florida, Kansas. That's like poignant because I was actually in kindergarten, and I remember being able to be with the first graders. And then what's funny is I came back to kindergarten class bragging about it, and they was like, you can't go back. You can't if you're going to be making the kids feel
That's a
bad.
flex, that's a flex.
It is, but I know how to like deal with it and actually live in it without bragging about it. So Florida, Kansas, I don't remember what the school was before we came back up here. Oh, I remember going to the school called New Orleans. I went to a lot of schools in Memphis. Florida, Kansas, then New Orleans when I was like in the 3rd grade. The school right before we moved here when I was in 4th grade, we only went there for a couple of months, so I don't really remember. When we moved here, I went to Knoxville, and then I went to Philip Murray. They're both on the same
And what
side.
grade for Knoxville?
Knoxville, literally 4th grade.
So you were still in elementary, and you're already on your like 3rd or 4th school.
Yeah, I went to a lot of schools.
Okay.
I went to a lot of schools.
Okay.
Knoxville, and then Philip Murray, and then I went to Brashear, and then I went to IUP for a little bit.
So wait, did you graduate from Brashear, or?
I graduated from Brashear.
Okay, and how you said IUP for like what?
Like a semester.
Okay, I got you. So what? I kind of skips over that a little bit. So what jobs did you work after high school, or it was just straight to college?
I worked at McDonald's when I turned 16, and I worked there until I was 19. I would come home for like winter vacation and like holidays and stuff, and ask them to put me on the schedule. So that was like my primary job and like first job.
Oh, so since you were doing college, they worked with you with the scheduling.
Yeah, they were awesome. Yes.
Really?
It's like a little neighborhood place.
Okay.
The McDonald's in my Oliver, so they're down for the help.
Because normally they just try to get some like 16-year-olds or like around that age to just kind of, come over around that time when people are doing college, but they worked for you.
I was really good at it too, though.
Okay.
I was a crew trainer, and I was like a beast.
Oh, so you were like management kind of, sort of.
Kind of. I knew all the positions, so they could put me wherever they need me to be, and then I was like, anything I do, I take super serious.
Well, I mean, we can talk about this because like a lot of people don't really like McDonald's, so like they don't like that work for it. But what I'm hearing from you is like you had a good experience.
It's when I go on job interviews, I always reference McDonald's because it was my first customer service job. I seen so many different situations. I had to answer phones and stuff when I wasn't even supposed to be answering phones. You know what I mean? So I had to be a leader just without anybody even having to tell me. So I learned a lot.
I didn't think about it like that, being put in some of those tight situations and being able to handle it. I guess that
you only got 90 seconds.
If that. That's crazy. All right, so you have a skincare line. So we could talk about that. It's called G.code. G.code?
Yes, G.code Beauty.
Okay. So what got you interested in cosmetics?
Growing up with my mom, she's always been into like her skin and like trying to find what works for her. So naturally, I just followed that. I would always come up with like little DIYs and stuff that we could do and try to find things that work for her, work for me. I started it officially in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, 2020 during the pandemic.
But you had dabbled in and out with it.
Always. Okay. Yeah, I've always been into.
So there was a build up to it, of course.
Yes.
Okay. So what are some of the products that you sell?
I sell just about everything that you need to be able to do like a regimen. So cleansers, toners, moisturizing oils, body butters, stuff for the bath, scrubs, everything.
And all the products, ingredients, are they organic? I gotta ask.
They're natural.
Are they all natural? Okay. I got you. Okay. So are you doing this from scratch, like complete scratch?
Yeah.
And you're bottling it and everything. No one's helping.
It is so much work. Sometimes my family helps. I'm not going to shout out to them, but it's a lot of work. It is a lot. I actually, when I was making the About Me for my website, I wanted to put on there so that people know, like, I'm in charge of the product making, like the communication. I'm packaging it. I'm shipping it. Like, I'm doing everything. I got to come up with the labels. Canva's amazing, and that is like a time saver, but it's a lot of work.
So how did you learn how to do all this, or just
research? I'm like really into reading. I'm a Gemini, so I'm very much into information and like knowing. So when I'm on YouTube or if I'm in the store, anywhere, if I see something, I feel like I kind of want to know how it's made, if I could like emulate it.
So you just soak up information?
Yes, I do a lot of research, yeah.
Who's your primary consumers? Because I know there's somebody that, like a certain group that consistently buys your product all the time. So what is that group?
I would say young women, maybe from age like 20 to 30.
And any men at all?
Men do. I sell beard cream, so they support that. But when I talk to men about their skin, they say like they wash their skin with water, and I don't know how to. I haven't found the way to combat me feeling like you're not doing enough or that's not sanitary without it sounding like condescending. So
I seen on TikTok, I seen a video of some guy, and I don't know if it was his girlfriend or not or whatever, but she was just like working on his face, doing all this shit that I didn't even know was physically possible. Like you were supposed to do to your face. And it was like this. She was just putting different creams on, picking with this little.
It probably looked so good after.
Yeah, it did. But I'm just sitting here like, I don't know if I sit through this process.
You don't have to. You really just need to wash your face and moisturize it. You know what I mean? Like the toner is special. That's going to help you with the pH balance. But if you are doing it consistently.
What's toner?
A toner is a solution that helps you regulate the pH balance. It also cleanses like your pores.
Pores, okay.
Yeah, it's like like witch hazel.
Okay, I got you.
Rose water.
Oh, rose water.
Yeah.
Okay, I've
rose water is my favorite. It's like suitable for everybody, but you don't have to do everything. And if you get like facials once a month or even once every 2 months, just treat yourself. It makes a difference. But if you're only doing water every day, nothing's happening.
Is there a specific item that you put in all of your products? Or you not trying to give up the recipe? It's okay if it's a secret recipe.
Not necessarily a specific one for every single thing. My favorite things to use are goat milk because that's like a gentle cleanser. It like moisturizes. and it's for everyone really. It helps with acne, and then I also like turmeric and a lot of things. Just because I'm big on helping with the hyperpigmentation and dark marks and stuff. Because I know.
Well, I'm looking at your skin, so clearly it's not a lie. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
Got you on that. So you also do hosting. So what are some of the types of events that you host?
I have a business called Cosmocon, and I host events. Well, curate and host events for vendors, like local vendors and comedians, music artists, things like that.
There any
like pop-up shops?
any like comedian? Well, I mean, just another question in between. Any big names you can give or drop or that you did?
Like people in the city.
Yeah,
I like Lena Kenny. I worked with Izzy the Real. Who else? I worked with Smiles. He's a music artist.
So these are shout outs to all these people.
Yeah, and I feel like if I forget people, don't hate me.
I know I kind of put you on the spot, so nobody take it in offense.
I work with a lot of people, y'all, and I love y'all all, but yeah, that's
it's impossible to remember
right now.
everybody. Yeah, okay. I'm not expecting you to remember everybody.
Probably 6 or 7 events in the last 3 years. So not super consistent, but when I do them, I put a lot of time and effort into those ones.
All right. So what are some of the tasks that you do at these events? And is it difficult? Is it hard?
From the beginning, I actually have to come up with the concept, promotions, like flyers and stuff. I have to source out who I want or who's available, who wants to be in it. Reach out to those people. I'd draft up contracts, agreements and stuff. Handle the payments, for vendors, vending fees. And then when it actually comes to it, I have to get the venue, decorate the venue, everything, really everything. I do have friends and family that come in.
I'm about to say,
set up and they help me set up, and they're definitely there for security and my brother is really big help for if it's checking people's names and stuff like that. Yeah, but mainly me.
That's wild. I mean, we already talked about the skincare part. I mean, of course you shout out people, but the person that probably is doing all the work is you naturally. I mean, people can say that they help and people probably did, but the person
I still have to direct them in the type of help that I need. So.
Exactly. Okay. So what's the biggest event you ever hosted and how many people were there?
I think it might be a tab between one that I had at the Glitterbox Theater, and there was one in Allentown. The one at the Glitterbox Theater, I give them names. I can't remember what that name was, but the one in Allentown was Pulp Fiction. Both of them had music performances. I think when people are performing, then they're naturally larger. But the one at the Glitterbox Theater, I enjoyed that one a lot. It was a fashion show. People got to vote on who they thought was it was a stylist or styling models with the clothes that they were given. So it's kind of like a challenge.
And they had the runway?
Yeah, models had to walk, and they came with it. Raven and Ty.
Oh, I know Raven.
Yes,
okay.
They came with it. Yes, it was really nice. And then the one at the Glitterbox, or the one in Allentown, at the Re 360 building, that was Pulp Fiction. It was primarily just music. Fu was our DJ, and it was really, really nice.
Did you have to hire the models for talent, or that wasn't your area?
I had to find them, reach out to them and stuff. I was working with somebody else at the time, but I did a lot of the work then too.
Okay, and you didn't want to participate?
As a model?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't even want to
That's 2 for 1. You can host and on the runway.
Most of the time, I don't even want to be seen. I just want, but I have to say thank you for coming and stuff. I want to be behind the scenes. I just want to make it I don't want to actually be, I don't know. I have this picture of me with the mic at that event, and I look so awkward. I don't even know what I was saying, but I just don't look super comfortable.
That does take a lot. I when I see people doing it, people might watch the people on the runway and look at them, but they probably not realize that takes a lot of confidence to be going on there.
It was a really cool thing because they had clothes that I had got from Fashion Nova and Pretty Little Things and stuff, and they just the person who won was Callie, And when I tell you I went to the bathroom and she had like a sewing kit and she was sewing the stuff together to make something new, I'm like, oh, this is getting real. Like it was so cool. So and
she
the
was
models
dedicated.
was standing there the whole time, you know, like how they are on movies. Like I'm like, oh my goodness, they're not getting picked or poked. Like it was so cool.
So she made what was her name again?
Callie.
She made all the outfits for the entire.
Just for like her, she actually had 2 models. So she used like some dresses and some shirts and like put them together to make like new things. So that's why she ended up winning, because the audience recognized that.
And she won the whole thing. What was her prize or?
Just like a little trophy.
That's it.
In honor.
Okay, I guess promotion is a part of that too.
Yeah.
Promote your product.
And to know that you could do something like that.
Yeah.
Like to put your skills to the test and know that you're capable. It was like, I feel like if she was like on Project Runway or something, like she would make it high, because that's how it was. She only had like 20 minutes. Like,
well, they probably get a lot more times, because when it comes to fashion, what I notice is like, even when they're dropping products, it's like they'll be working on something for probably like 3 years before it even like gets to be seen by anybody. So it's just wild. No, I understand that completely. For her to be able to do that fast.
I was mind blown. I'm always like super amazed at what people can do when I have these events and like how passionate they are about their talents. That's really why I do it, because I want to be able to give people the spotlight. When I used to work at the bank, it would be times when there were pop-up shops like on a Saturday or a Sunday, and I didn't even know about it, or I can't make it. So I just was like, I'm going to give myself and other people the opportunity to do so. And I'm going to put my own spin on it. Like everyone has a different title name, and it's like a play on words. Like Pulp Fiction, it's like fun, you know, energetic.
Relatable to the movie.
Yes,
too.
exactly. Yeah. And then I was giving out like little Pulp Fiction stickers and stuff. I always have it like that. So I enjoy it a lot. It is a little bit stressful, but it's one of my most enjoyable things that I do.
There's no way that's not stressful. So you literally, like you said, you have to enjoy it to do it.
Yeah, I do.
Hosting events, is there a big event you have next coming up, or is there any events you're working on now?
Not one that I'm working on right now, but I am going to do like my 2nd annual summer bash.
I figured you had something coming this
I'm
summer.
trying to get my community a little bit more built up. Like in my Oliver, we have this park that I used to go to when I was a kid, and people don't go there anymore. So that's kind of like my focus.
So you want to keep everything in-house?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, I mean, you can't get mad at that. Trying to involve the community. That's what I be trying to do. A lot of people don't be wanting to put in an effort and don't want to work as hard as you, but at least you can do is try to reach out to them.
Yeah, and it's hard to find people that actually align with what you see and like your goals and stuff.
I ain't gonna say nothing about that. All right, so you also have an OnlyFans. So I have a few questions about this. So first of all, what type of content do you create on your OnlyFans?
Like thirst traps, solo content.
So everything is just like, again, just how all your other businesses.
It's really just about me. Yeah, I swear.
Okay, you relating that to? So how has your dating life been before and after? Because I have to know. Is it changed? Is it better? Has it decreased? Like, what's going on with that?
I don't feel like it's changed. Well, I don't feel like it's changed in the sense of like who I'm dating or like when or anything like that. I feel like if anything, I'm just a little bit more protective about my time and energy, because I'm not sure what your motives are or like your intentions. And then like when you do come super forward, that's not even how I am. Like this is a facade. So I don't know. It's like I have to be with someone that understands that this is like entertainment. You know what I mean? That I'm being paid for stuff like this. So other than that, I wasn't seriously dating anyone before. I'm not seriously dating anyone now. So it's not different in that sense as well.
So no major anything happened because nothing has changed in your dating life.
Yeah. The approach of people is a little bit different, but I mean.
But I guess that kind of like, so I guess there's like, you can weed people out kind of early now, though.
Exactly. And that's what I feel like it's like beneficial now, because I don't even have to waste my time. Like I can just see that this is what you're interested in. So it's like, whatever. So
what, like, is that funny to you that people still, or like, what type of emotion do you get from that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm confused. Like,
I think it is a little bit funny to me because I guess it gives me a little bit more control over the situation, like off rip. So that's what I like about it.
Okay, I mean, you can't be mad at that. All right, okay. So, have you ever had your heart broken?
Yeah. Yes, I'm a girl.
Whoa, no. This is, I don't know. I don't know. Some people might be able to, I know some people can avoid it their whole life, and there's anomalies to situations. So that's why I'm just asking. Yeah. You want to talk about it, or?
I'm not going to talk about anyone specific, but a lot of times, like being a teenage girl, being late teenage girl, now a young woman, like a lot of times. So that's why I'm already like, now I know what you want. I'm not even with it.
All right. So so you're basically saying you mature early.
Yeah.
Okay,
oh yeah.
So.
People say that. They've said that for a long time.
Okay. That's what's up. So what do you look in your significant other? I mean, you're not currently looking, but if you were to look, what are some of the qualities that you may look for?
I would say someone that is also driven, not just by like money, but by like larger things, because I tell everybody like one day I'm going to do something that's going to be like huge.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Okay. Can you repeat the first sentence?
Yeah, someone that's driven, not just money wise.
Okay. That's not what's said often. Like that's just not what's said often.
It's like so much more real. I just imagine like I don't even think about like how I want them to be now. I just think about like the type of people that we will be. And I just want to be with someone that's like driven in ways that they do things that make them feel good by making other people feel good with like nothing back. You know, like I love selfless people. I like people that are caring. I want someone that's going to like clean off my car and like take out the trash just naturally. Like I like people I like manly men. You know what I mean? Like people that have qualities from like men that were like our grandfathers and stuff. You know what I mean?
So you want a traditional guy. You're not really on this new wave of you rich so you can get me type.
I need somebody that can fix our cars, that can build a house.
You keep saying this car shit, so clearly this is hitting home a bit. So
I have so many troubles with my car. I do not play.
Okay, because that's like the third time. I'm like, is it this cars thing? What's going on with that?
Oh my goodness. I have a little Nissan Sentra, and it's like, his name is Sam, and he be giving me hell. Okay,
because you said that twice. I'm like, all right, what is this car thing?
Yes, the car thing is serious, and I never even thought about it. It's like the older that I get, the more I realize things that are important to me. So I feel like I'm still learning to also what type of person I want, but that's it. Someone that's like a manly man and that knows how to do things hands-on, someone that listens, because I talk a lot, and I don't want to like feel, unheard.
Well, you definitely got to listen. That's one thing. Listen, you'll get you far. All right. So what made you start at OnlyFans? Like, did this just come up like naturally or like?
To be honest, I saw this girl's YouTube page and she said that she had made $1,400 in like 2 hours. And I was thinking like, I think I look, if not better, like at least.
Bomba clot. I'm sorry. That's just funny because
I'm just being real. So, okay. Yeah. So I was like, might as well. I talked to my mom about it. I talked to my brother because like I don't want them to feel any type of way about somebody ever saying something. But
that's very.
It's not like I'm a hoe or nothing. So I just want them to know what I was doing. I even told my nana, and she was like, I was like, Nana, how do you feel about people paying you to talk to them online?
Okay, you softened it up extremely for her.
She's like, oh yeah, do that. So yeah, I did it like a week later.
No, you said, but no. So all right. So what through your head basically? Because all right, and tell me if I'm wrong. This is how I'm perceiving it. You seen a girl doing it, and she was making like you said what $1,400.
It was $1,400 in 2 hours.
Okay, so you looked at her and was like, she's kind of ugly. I can quadruple that.
Not even ugly. I was.
All right, I'm sorry.
I just think that like. I feel like now that I'm actually into it, I could imagine that she was like a certain type of fetish for people. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So it's like I just felt like if she's doing it, I know I could do it. You
so
know
she
what
was
I mean?
focusing on certain kinks and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you on that. And so, is it profitable?
Yeah, it is.
can you tell us specifically how profitable it is, or no?
I don't want to share.
Can you give us the figures at least?
I'm still in 5 figures right now because I'm not super consistent.
You said 5 figures like that's light.
I mean, like if you go to work every day.
You
make 5 figures when you go to work.
Yeah, in a year maybe.
Yeah.
In a year. In a year. Hell yeah, in a year.
Yeah, I'm not super consistent with it, so I don't know. I feel like other people make like
tons more. No,
yeah,
I know.
like
some
8 and stuff, but it's not. It's like I don't even want to call it a hobby. It's kind of like a mini hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes a lot of time, like editing and just like even being in the mood to like feel like, oh, I feel super hot right now. Like let's take some pics. Like
so there's work behind it.
Yeah, and then like when you do stuff all day long, you do not feel like being sexy. Like so, I don't put a lot of work into it.
You just feel like chilling. Bunny slippers, you know.
I swear. That is my thing. I love a big t-shirt and some leggings.
All right, so that's just your chill phase. You're like, I'm not doing it. Okay, but you do all this stuff, so I'm not surprised that like you probably forget him. But I'm not fucking with that. Okay, I got you. All right, so you have any questions for me? You hardly know me, so I'm saying if there's anything on your mind, like you could ask me. It's up to you though.
I do want to ask you a question, build on just a little bit more of what we was talking about before it started. Like, what is your why for this?
What do you mean?
Like, your reason. What pushes
for
you
podcasting?
To do this?
Well, honestly, I wanted to do podcasting like 3 years ago, and I was watching a lot of podcasts like No Jumper, Horrible Decisions. Like, shout out to them.
Yeah, I like those.
So you're hip. Okay, yeah. Even a little bit of Poor Minds. There's so many podcasts I can just give off of it. But and I've been watching them for a minute. I always wanted to do it, but I never really had the motive and nobody to push me. And then the person that I did my first episode with, shout out to Dyamand, she came from St. Louis because she moved down there. And she just came down here and was like, oh, no, I'll do it with you. You know what I'm saying? It'll be your first episode. So she kind of gave me that push. So I ended up just doing my first episode. But I've been wanting to do a podcast. It wasn't no specific reason. And I know so many people, and it's just like, it's wasted content to be sitting smoking a blunt with your bros, and we're talking about these old memories that like are normal to us. But if you tell this on camera, people are gonna look at you and be like, "Nigga, what?
Yeah,
the police did what?"
I say that all the time. Like, we need a camera in this house. Like, we gotta be recorded because it's just so much so fun. It's so much good stuff that people would just find entertaining. So I feel you, and kudos.
Go viral. You never know what's gonna go viral. So yeah, that's why I really just started. Just want to talk with the bros, and everybody's asking me why I don't do big people, and that's not my focus. I want to bring everybody in, like in-house, and I want to do all the bros and stuff first and build a core fan base, because the last thing you want to do is somebody extremely big and then you get 20K views and then you're back to 100.
Yeah.
So, and I've watched people grow, and I've watched how it's worked through podcasting, and it's like, no jumper, all these people were interviewing no names at the beginning.
I say that all the time. Like, Adam 22 is like something else. He's amazing. Oh my god! And he still like interviews people that are like unknown and stuff like that. I like him a lot. Interview style.
Yeah, that's something. I'm surprised. A lot of people people know about No Jumper, but you're talking about it as if you really know. The way his brains works is kind of how mine's starting to work. It's just like all the time. It's just like, I'm coming up with new ideas, new content to create. It's to the point.
Hard.
My money can't keep up with my brain. It's so bad.
That's so cool.
No, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. So I know where he's coming from. But
I'm impressed.
Not. Any other questions? Well, look, you had a question, so if you want to just say it out loud, you know what I'm saying, I can answer it. What was? All right, I think that was pretty basically much it, though. Correct?
Yeah.
You wanted to know why I started podcasting. Yeah, can I give it? Any more questions? You know what I'm saying?
No, not that I have.
Okay. I appreciate you coming on. You know what I'm saying? I know I reached you out. And I know it was kind of random, but I was just like, definitely you're a cool person. I'm going to bring you on. And I think it went well. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yes, I enjoyed myself. This was nice.
Definitely
and I got to talk about me.
Okay. So I definitely was fun for you. All right. Thank you for coming on.